Abusan for bra so ye de agudie mu ensem UTV Sports Fridays edition no ye de to kase bon so amamo mosomfu awie ye me David Ofori Osafo bongo differa nam den nsem no eba Flexa eba no donso me da seda ema Grosser Ventures. On say we me dress ni koyie afekeka tade ni koyie awade Grosser ne pam mami o ade pam bia wo be pam atade nko a fa ko Grosser wo be wedding bi engagement adore eye na wo program bia fa untade ko Grosser Ventures makes Grace Safo Bodo na on pam untade ma wo ni number ni 0244 250 420 0244 250 420 na Grosser empa montade nyina ema o ye shasia na ye ko no nyamfo Haruna Idrisu education minister opani amanyosam no ye so ball na ni je ho pa ni team ni Karela United sa ball no woni mu no ni manyina so mo jare wo mu bio ni baba akwa efe no wonam Haruna fe no nya 20 years Abranten alanchi dwumedie kese Kick Nation sports agency a obekum kurase Ghana fa na nyina no pick players on modern ball eswani na watimi aboa monye teams Ghana ene wiase afa na nyina na hoda dwumedie na edi no former Blasters players say Asamoah Jan Bafo Jan Emmanuel Jamabadu wo nyina akopie mo dwumedie no ase.
So and then my BA football agency ne sort of a juma bia ultimate players are omuni boba omuni obia obebom ashishe teams either the Ghana local Premier League and I say mabonti fide so won say enekra me announce player Bismaila or come Manchester City o ko hwe ne background or division 3 into set up scouts all around Ghana regions North in Ashanti Libya say the beya enye bias won say ya scouts back Ghana omo hwe first division 9 no kwa no ko me players bi wa omo division 3 division 4 na omo bobo into yeah difference to say the be scouts are share through and through Ghana football no discrimination and bias say the beya omo the best of the best sama oh they me catch on when say omo come and tell me no mo bomb mo dey am bobo no ye be ba ho omo hu yen very soon we announce ye be bo da ye be call region say the be ye ba obeti I'm say industry bia ehia bibia e friend structure and nyaman so a ebo ma industry bia ti be structure no agencies any human resource ebitimi be and expand the opportunities about my talent or industry to keep nation in the opposite way say obeboa say the be young talents will brown war my issue ebitimi identify and nature na betimi place you in the various different teams football the only say to the end you have to be able to play at the highest level. So what Kick Nation was to do in soccer, so young talents and opportunity football to the highest level. Advice me to the amount what they say discipline football there any discipline any training any time any yama be play echo form any to yama no more yellow any the person watching no more person no age
na say yebo na ba so am say well also 20 years na ambition said then him say say open talent na eboa oman no na emu apla na kasa so na na busuafo ne namfo enya mfaso wa apla ho am say na me a product of this kind of things nti tamo moto mo say obe for me be say na say me ba na me de mani mo yambe bo nti e ade bia be bo pa
this moment of Kick Nation, we will count ourselves lucky because whether people like it or not, whether we like the Commonwealth or not, Ghana is a football nation. And when you go to all the regions, there are a lot of talent that want to be discovered, but they don't have that. They need to be discovered. And what Kick Nation has started is a great thing. Personally, I like to support great things. And me being here, I was invited, I asked questions, and what I saw was something incredible. So that is why we are here to support.
All right, Ntiyemo Wonam Haruna. Honorable Haruna Idris, Education Minister, and the banner Wayade Pa. We pick talent, players in Bobo. Now, one mom and your teams for Ghana. New Yasia Fanay, I'm just saying, players need be Ebeko Okwahu United, Asasia by Ntijai. Now, Okwahu United, the Dindia, Yamra Asasia by Swe. Okwahu United, a team back who are bad league more, Magana League, yet dead. No credit bako. Ghana has a wee Asante Kotoko and it has a foka. Timwa of what it have for pa. Or more passion for football Okwahu United. Na say Okwahu phenomenon. That is say the Okwahu United every we in home matches every nkoko wan go on price so one more Eastern region go they said or the aba dansoman e won kra ha e ba ne saying and ukura bi gom. General Manager Edema Okwahu United Nana Kwame Dankwa. Afei Okwahu United supporters wamo mountains. Say house of ye chapters, Kotoko ye circles. Okwahu United mountains. Na Kwesia Champon mountain 2 chairman. And na bedi achire Jafusu also mountain 2 and wo. But from Akwa Baba UTV so.
Yes, yeah.
Asasia by
Yentijai.
Asasia by
Yentijai.
Abai
Yentijai.
Ma Akwa Babiem.
Yes,
General Manager. Say Okwahu United. Division Ben Okwahu e Ghana say.
Bongo, the dika I mean now say na me na team na say na me na here for so say for this opportunity. Okwahu United with Division 1.
Division 1?
Yes, a baby.
If you are now about Premier League.
Premier, yes. Okay. A baby a tremor Okwahu Asasia by Ntija Beje ne home na Ghana nyina no Okwahu Premier. No Rocky Shoulders with Kotoko, Osafo, All Blacks, Hazakers, 11 Wise and others.
Me kasa no Okwahu Tasha Kotoko pa.
That have that movie. Na BBT yekoya ko Division 2. But
Okwahu Division 2.
Okwahu Division 2. But
you know ko brem.
And she pa mpenifo yegu ho and my team ne ye asan back to Division 1 but 2 seasons ago. Nearby na ebo time say person back to maybe belonging to that is the premier side no. The apex of Ghana football. How it belonging to that is why Okwahu. Nti I try be mfim no ne anyeye. Na your 3rd year so you say boss when you call them prensa. Nti your GD say this is the time. Na unfortunately for us, venue I say this year can you meet the requirement of the club licensing board no. And nti your 2 year consultation no. Now say the bank I say we Kwahu the next place I will be Okwahu United the cheetah for ne edomo no eyenkan. And he decided to say the matches never done so my carrying off back. Okay,
now in Coco Sports Stadium, I had in Price Sports Stadium, I had yet a class of Cocophobia, you say, Mampeni, former president, home Kibi, near the now home, or down a day.
And Coco Stadium, and Coco Stadium, Menoka say, Meka say, Yaseno, and I say, a yen for.
And then Yaseno.
And Pennyford decided say more yeah and Sakraye near park and for front. State now no we cannot use it. And price to the same.
Pitch and I say
everything. I mean you can't play there as it stands now. There's no pitch to play on it. And yes, and some Wabeka in a perimeter, dressing room, safe zone, other areas are club licensing requirement and you need a bit new.
Now see I said Dr. Brian Champion AC. Was
shall say be drew baby and NSA 4 by must say on hold you on provide documents being here no a map project you know court train and also to in the machines in a free site ho in Kunyani near man no person the stadium no crane in na be do Ghana as here ka yes
I know the baby are supporters
but saying na ba be do Ghana but unfortunately I'm so mudin komo a was ro ye hwe ni me say those matters and penny for more authority a bit me atiase hu de here see a bema kwan man koko stadium na timi aba
so because
and price so the same thing na what tibia bi mu na yes e koye ni ye me no ka say any state e bitimi abo ya nya ne tie say ko ni dumfo bi adom ye a wa masika say emfanye price no egusu koso emprempre de enye ready me ntimi nsi akan no enti na o say pebe bi ebisi akan ene ya bebo ye ho adwa wan kan enti ene dansoma na new venue home for Okwahu United enti megidi say eye nyina ya sede meka say supporters ne cry request ene me edit ne bank kan because han pass ye nhyehyɛ no baabi ekobobo bi e ka ye bo any influence eba no it is nothing to write home about but ye gidi say ye bank kan ya aboso kan kantamanto o kan shi even okọ taifa okọ ablekuma kwa ufo egu ho ne danso ma no kwa se krom ha wi kwa na ho ye kro no a yina to bata bankan interfisa hire the best place o say si akati me no ka say mranche na mkwa so they almost in Accra.
Listen.
Yes, on bebo mo hwadwa wa hana na me adma kwese dey about great ambition your first home game awon so ma.
Kwese champion, o ye Okwahu supporter we di ko church. Awon ye hia Okwahu na mo supporters. Say na mo feel.
Yo, madam wase. Ne mahwefo nyina. Ahotrechie mu de Yakobi papa. Nje medical kasa de a. Na mabo kwawura. Da se bi kwa mo aboaten otosomiansa.
Ko ma hene.
Ko ma hene na nkwaso. Wa boy papa na so imu abedu sa pempenso ye womu atankonya omo anwo abeni na nahima ba kope ono so enchiankoma no pare emse team no de supporters ne ya tukwan sa babongo ye huna mane ye supporter ensenchuroni ba ko edi team na chi onyaka akwahia emena firim last season ye call Kukrantumi and also ya the book of you be trim moja papa yeba ye member ba kunsu bi nya accident and then nsa nti da sebre ye congress won price on no to nsa frɛ no ka kire yen se aboa ne takra man ye kese ntakra no ye Okwahu United supporters nti agina na asɛm na tum papa nti ye kan ye hia asɛm kire no but unim se da sebre ade awaye no me ye hunu bi da Okwahu supporters the whole Ghana teams here aba sisi I wo Ghana ha supporters nkuan wa passport insurance company or my sponsor Okwahu United this season Okwahu United supporter
insurance
yes this year yeah enti obi o she chichirin banche emra yetumi omutumi yetumi gya ye busuafo no mo ye di team na chi bibi to a di yan ya supporters ya sanka kan sase ntia no ana ma ya giaginam se team no bankranya ye be frɛ dom na ye dia beta team na chi ntia be gina sa akwanya iso na agege mamprobi omo awo boso kan o kan shi omu nyina mra na da se break o mabate ye be wo kra o china me ye chese ye wo gidie si o china kra te wo be ba bipie ho
okay ohina nkasa
papa ye wo training ground kro be srai
okay
nti se da se break nkasa tumi gya na de ba hwe team no na osan boan si no ade ne yensu no
okay eja fo suma mra ho Okwahu amoba dansoma bebo mo home match si ebeboa mo enye asamo bo awe bi because nka mo bo nkokwa nka mo ra no wo so aba n say mo supporters je na mo ye so that mbetima nya numbers no e wo dansoma
yo me nua bongo edase bejina mempanifo enyina na mu ye general manager na kwa me ene ye man hene se de me nua kwasi achampon aka no Okwahu man etu kwan no nkran ne ye ba akase pa so hwe baabi Okwahufo wa ye ba nkran chen kuro bia so
Okwahufo abrochie ne nkran
sa pepepe nti sabe
Okwahu ni
sa abenedie ni abenesa ye famu ochina ne de akoto akosomo ade chen ye wotafo ade chen Okofodua ade chen Otuba ade chen wo ha ni nyina mu no panifo tena ase no ye kwa no kuro mu se
muko ni abremachi ho baabi
ye ko ho nyina ya so ya ko ho nyina ho ne ye ba baba kankan ne benya nkwanhia odi firim nyame fa ne kra nsie enti senne akwanya be da ho ne se Okofodua na ye bo no yesi ensan kukuru sika mpa me Okofodua park bra park ne ye de ade a ene ye de be bankran ye busuafo bi eto nso benya bibi afiri ho ne nka ye de ne nka de ye hwehwe ne se osi ade oyo bran chempon ebetin aye nkoko park na man nenso say the idea one on no National Sports Council say just say oba no be yen krata to so yen twen say ade ne nsa yansa ti ya keka yansa se no ne toto ye ni no ne de ye ni ato danso my park no so ye papa o ye man no ye kwawuni nti mpani se otwa fofo ne tonkwan mu a ne wo hɔ a nti se beko go de ekokɔ na mpa so be ba so aman nti yen de yasem nyina ne se kwasie da ba bibia obi awo wonkran ha a wo ye kwawuni ba de se wodwa bo mu kura na dan woni hwe danso kwasie da ebe ya
e wo danso ma Carindorf Park asase aban
yen tija
time
sharp
you are not money for nebo
great ambition.
Great ambition.
New team no ba. You go
promotion to.
Yeah, ne bo almost Sunday.
Come. Okwahu United support say him say sika go Ghana do na yekwafo. Support say kwacha de Fredis kana ye say the team sika ba mu. We have branding here. We have branding here. One foundation go sponsors
me fa kwanya we so na ka say your sponsors are America can almost so team as now must and easy football running of football teams today in Ghana capital intensive. Okwahu United as we speak you register 30 players.
Okay.
Your technical bench take it about 40 man contingent ya house warm video man opani enwumre. You can imagine enwumre video mo.
Okay.
Your house warm utility bills everything on medical all players and technical team members and we pay them well. Some of our players na ketu omjukwa premier players ni bintua. Yes.
Okwahu United.
Yes.
Wow.
Bintua. And you know yamwa me for senka ene ensese Okwahu United e bank and CBC akan. Honestly speaking.
Yeah.
We should have our own now and ke bit me ba me say prepare me ambe hye ne ho anu nya ba prepare dey here support. Let's support the team and also your leg fixtures no a you be 30 matches. You be voter region play no. Yeah, Eastern region play no. The rest in you be born kind. Oh yes, you can check.
Menza mu ba kra be boam kra mo.
Enti say eye bebre. Enti me for say you here support. Enti you be for fidikesi so asre kwa man. Any ade share for bibi wo mo say they should come to our aid. Looking at the players welfare na be boy any yenya aboa for ba ko bi am no ka say Kenop Hospital won kokko agya tuma. Kenop so ba on board as be players in any technical team nyina minim da krom peso mu jai I am repom ye be sign kata ye players no apomu support is quite inclusive.
Hey.
Oh yes.
Support be who can
ye be announce so e bin si krom ha.
Wow.
Every pom ye be announce a we supporter na wo yare a wo Kenop a wo opportunity.
Supporter no yare
wo but on condition.
So we
register a card bearer member. Okay. They are no corner show card chest or your co supporter. They will take care of
your supporter because to free.
No, but you are a discount. I mean huge discount ebebo.
Okay.
Omoni aboafo P Kabaka Foundation. On kwa unkweti anko so hene.
Okay.
Kwesi dey no di na woda. Anti players ni win this game no e de ma yewura.
Muko win wafa.
Ya kwese wafa e wo so na kope. E na say the kwesi kan da say bezo so ya da na say na nanu matan konwa kwa ahemfo ni nyina one way or the other almost support ya kwankyere ya futuo munye ne se na dia bedru ha ya we individuals bi so almost aboy papa if akonya is na menu akoto banfo ona no executive director seconds ba no executive director why you for 5 years na o say wa bre into o jato ya na ono so ase okitekita mu a bedru ba bi ene e beka ho ne yeso dia bedru ha no nye ono nkwa foforo bebre tefofo papa mi bodi Kabaka Foundation on the company chese omudoso omunyina aboy wax hotel no na de ye hwe no se NS Chemist East Cantonment omunyina ye kwofo adehia omuso wonyuma kese a omuso club 100 Midwest seconds all of them seconds cry fee na ye coach etina for ni stay obai nyina chese ye ntua bibia
is a coach ben coach okwo
se ye friend Boniface Ayipa ono de instructor qualify ba premier on so be join no ya Azakes ladies for coach or very experienced very calm but knowledgeable in the business enti message say on better on Sunday na yenwo mo ni wase
cause champion we dey sima what me twato
yo ye de dewuro no an yebo sikosie da supporters baby o mo bia omra no mekan ho na mefasa nkwajan so na mabo machia yen papa Kabaka na odi na woda Okwahu United supporters nyina mi ro nyina Kabaka ba ni di ba ko per nam na one na uredu warrior now one or a champion
now one okay that was also what me try
yo minia kakra me ka kire supporters a one cran hanyina titru mountain powerful mountain 2 se kwasi da de obi biara o hyetokrum o wa chirichi ne bencheye onya de wo ye bia untwe na nhwe dan so man na menim se kwasi da ampaye a ebedwa
co supporters there ade ba kwa mani gym no mo support man ye fe ko fo be stadium ye ma
no let me take this opportunity and now must say me enter my kotoko all my life my kotoko supporters vice chairman worldwide for so many years kotoko na di medu baby amadu I know your cut team support I know why United me who be that commitment loyalty dedication
the supporters
me see your ball friendly matches e won swatre we better best to match 4 a.m. no mujina hotel anymore e be friendly match o
asase
we go tijam
asase aba tijai and there was for kwasiada ina e kodanso man Okwahu United born a home match edikan e division 1 no mu akwa winning team second one there as a win etimi koma Okwahu United abusanfo there agudi emsem no ehie asemede aseda ma end point homeopathic clinic yade be na tete wo de chia onya no adu wo ho na me obasa wo na bi na wudie na wudie mhwehwe na to ase ntina twetwe Dr. Dubuaten se bra end point won fa vidie mu adu na ho nto Dr. Nambani yare bia e hawo bibi koso apom de na won tiase a fe Dr. Dubuaten bonya ho adaje ane wadi nkomo kama cheche ne mu dia kyerew the number is 0244 867068 0244 867068 production team Madam Ase and a deputy news editor Prince Obimpe na production no na executive producer of the show Dr. Father Dixon the only godfather a superhero of our time sabridi osono tuntum sebroni mabena ahofedua abena chei buache AKB
mo ne juma publisher for my faster kese ma part vintage na share me at the occasion be a wuko be akodan eye pata obepam so atade kama e de amount or top base bawe top base e honomo ena ne shop e wo friend was 0242653361 0242653361 aha ene beba makwan ma ye de premokasi nyina si ye be so mo ye me abena chi boache mene
David Ofori Osafo
underscored the fact that legal and regulatory reform is at the heart of what we are doing in order to change the narrative about illegal mining. So one of the things we have done is to review the Minerals and Mining Act, and I have advised the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources that the current state of the law is such that licenses and leases can be granted over the whole territory of the Republic of Ghana. That includes forests, that includes the territorial waters and the exclusive economic zone. So the first thing to do is for us to streamline the Minerals and Mining Act. And for instance, in respect of mining in forest reserves, we will put a provision in the statute, in the bill, when enacted, that will prohibit mining in forest reserves completely. And I have told the minister that one of the things we can do is to identify all the forest reserves and put them in a schedule attached to the bill and make it categorically clear that no license for mining activity or lease for the conduct of mining can be granted in respect of all the forest reserve attached to the statute. Now that means that at any point in time that the law, the position has to change, they have to go back to Parliament and then review the law, which makes it, politically more difficult. Also, we have prepared an instrument that is LI 2505 in my office, and that will be laid in Parliament on the 14th. The Minister and I have agreed that on the 14th of October, when Parliament resumes, we'll lay that instrument to revoke the famous LI 2462, which is the days. It matures, and from that time onwards, we will not have LI 2462. Now, in terms of prosecutions, the statistics that were given included 1,400 arrests. 1,400 arrests. Now, the biggest problem we've had with the arrests is the 48 hours rule. Constitutional principle that we must bring them before the courts within 48 hours. Most of the judges have been granting them bail. So I remember the point that was made by Colonel Boa. When we arrested 9 people in Kumasi, he called me and I told him that immediately place them before the court and then ask for them to be detained so that we do our investigation. When they appeared before the court, Your Excellency, they were granted bail. Okay? Then they went back. He was very good in monitoring them. They went back into the forest. So I told him that even despite the fact that they've been granted bail, because they have gone back into the forest, they've committed a new offense. I asked him to arrest them, but to bring them to Accra, instead of placing them before a court in Kumasi. And I'm dealing with them now. They are in detention. We will not release them. We will make sure that even if the High Court says we should grant them bail, we'll go to Court of Appeal and go to the Supreme Court to ensure that we hold them until the dockets are prepared and then we send them to court. Currently, we have initiated prosecutions in 65 dockets. And Mr. President, there's a difference. When we say 65 dockets, it is not 65 individual persons who are being prosecuted. Some of them are more than 10. In fact, there is one case in the Western North. There are 28 minors that are involved in that prosecution. So the 65 dockets, by my calculation, contains about 600 persons that are illegal minors that are being prosecuted. And I'm happy to announce that in 2002, the police conducted very diligent investigations in respect of Akonta mining. But the docket was hidden until we came to power. In fact, when we came to power and I started the investigation with the the Lands and Natural Resources Minister and the Forestry Commission, we were finding it difficult to get information. Subsequently, the police themselves owned up and presented the docket to my office 2 months ago. So as we speak, the charges against Chairman Wuntumi Akonta Mining, and 5 others have been signed as I speak. Currently, we are waiting for him to be read his right to remain silent, etc. Before we